Nadine Mahler, who is the director of this project, started to work in Tell Edfu in 2001 for a PhD. And since 2005, we start to excavate several parts of the settlement from the Old Kingdom to the New Kingdom. The goal of the Tell Edfu project is investigating the different phases of the settlement, trying to understanding the evolution of provincial capital since its origins to the later phases. Settlement archaeology is really complex, so it was very challenging for us when we start to excavate at that site because the stratigraphy, as you can see behind me, is really well preserved. So it takes a long time to excavate to get some results. But after several years, we got some very new information about the development of a site like Tell Edfu. Since 2005, we excavate several kind of administrative installation, all located really close to the Ptolemaic temple, which is probably at the location of the original temple. We got huge ex nihilo buildings for the 5th dynasty, Old Kingdom. We discovered also probably the governor's palace from the Middle Kingdom, silo courtyard from the Second Intermediate period, and we recently discovered this year probably a urban villa that belongs to high-rank people involved in the administration of the temple. We actually conducting two different areas. One is focusing on the origins of the settlement since the late 5th dynasty, so around 2300 BCE. And we're conducting another excavation on the New Kingdom area. Tomb excavation is generally never provide the same kind of stratigraphy like we have on site, like this one. So we do not get the name of the people necessarily, but we have extremely rich context with a lot of everyday life material like the pottery, which is actually extremely useful for us for dating the context. In the Old Kingdom Zone 2 area, we found several deposits of ceilings, clay ceilings, which actually bearing the name of a very famous king, the penultimate ruler of the 5th dynasty, Jedgare-Izezi. So those ceilings, they also give us some details about administration involved into this area. In 2010, we started to work at the El Gonameya small step pyramid, which was the last unexcavated small step pyramid, dating back probably the very end of the 3rd dynasty or the very beginning of the 4th dynasty. We started this project in 2010 because the site was really endangered by the encroaching of a cemetery, a modern cemetery, and it was really an emergency to conduct some cleaning and some conservation and some preservation on that site. So it took us 2 seasons in 2010-11 to clean the entire building, and in 2012, thanks to a generous support of RC, we were able to build a fence around the site in order to preserve the pyramid from a real threat of destruction.